Well, welcome along to the Gobby Gaffer, and it's live stream number 4 now, managing Bayern Munich. In game, we're in 2032, so it is Fantasyland in Football Manager. But yeah, 2032. Last season, Bayern didn't do well at all. Vincent Kompany was the manager at the time, only managed a 6th place finish, which was obviously by Bayern Munich standards very unacceptable, and obviously they are only in the Europa League this season. But they did sack Vincent Kompany, and I was at Schalke 04. They jumped in, offered me the job, and to be honest, I couldn't really turn it down because, believe it or not, in Football Manager, I've never managed one of the big clubs. PSG, Bayern, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester City. I've never managed any of those big clubs because generally I try to give myself a little bit of a challenge. But I thought, you know what? Let's give Bayern a go. Let's see if we can get them back to the top of the Bundesliga, and also let's see if we can win the Europa League and then get into the Champions League next season. And let's start getting Bayern Munich back into some kind of a fighting outfit that can win stuff again. Okay, let's. Hiya, Stevie. How's it going, mate? How's it going? So let's jump into the game. All set up there nicely. So yeah, last couple of results there not being great. A draw 3-3 at Dortmund, which, I mean, Dortmund are not too bad a side, so maybe not too bad there. But then, you know, we played FC Porto at home in the Europa League, and we should really have battered them, and we didn't do. So a little bit of a slump at the moment, and that may well be explained away by the fact that my main striker, Bastian, is out injured at the moment, and also Hernandez, one of my backup strikers, is out injured, as is Martinelli. So this front kind of, well, 3 or 4 here. I mean, I was in the last game, I did go to 2 strikers, but I'm not quite sure that was working. This is what I've been playing. So basically 4 at the back, 2 DMs, 3 attacking mids, although 2 have been shadow strikers, and 1 as a centre forward. So that's what I have been playing. But like I say, Bastian is out injured, and Martinelli and Hernandez both out injured as well. So we are going to have to come up with something a little bit different. So I'm just having a look here. Musiala. He's got 16th finishing. He's very quick, very composed, can play as striker. He's probably the best of the 2, really. I mean, Elise can play up there, although he's got a 16th finishing as well. Let me just have a quick look. Hiya, Mike. We need Zimash for depth and emotional support. Yeah. We may well be going and signing him, Mike, at this rate. Although I don't have any money to spend, so it may well be we might have to sell 1 or 2 players to bring him in. But I think the fact that Fernandes and Hernandez are not the greatest backup strikers, and of course they've injured Bastian for me, so that's not great. Just wondering whether... I'm wondering whether we put Musiala up front as a centre forward, and then we'd have to bring Szoboszlai in, and who else can we bring in? Oh, we've got Diao, who has not really seen much game time, so I would like these 2 here to play shadow striker. Second striker. I'm still stuck in FM24 land. It used to be shadow striker. It's second striker now. Okay, we've got a playmaker in there. Yeah, so what does he like to play? He likes to play... He's not really... He's 27 years old as well, so he's not really going to learn that position, is he? To be honest. I mean, do we put him up front? He's got a 17 for finishing, and he's quick. Composure's very good. Do we do that then? Do we put him up front and drop Musiala back? Musiala and Elise where we've had them. Szoboszlai through the middle and Diao up front. Maybe we do that. I think that might be the way forward. We are going to need to do that actually. Right, okay, we need to change this as well then, don't we now? So, Szoboszlai, Diao up front, Musiala dropping into midfield. I mean, to be honest, Szoboszlai would be better off doing that, wouldn't he? Musiala, Elise, Szoboszlai, Shishan Pavlovic. Yeah, I think that's probably about where we should be, given the injuries that we've got. Musiala would be great as a lone deep lying forward or false nine with those two second strikers behind. They would, but I'm a little bit worried about Diao because it's not his favoured position. I mean, you might be right. You might be right. Right, okay, let's just run through this because we have got another injury to deal with here. Right, we've got Werder Bremen coming up. Who's this? Somebody's at the end of the contract. Yeah, we don't want him. He's 34. Hernandez is injured now, so he's out for 2 weeks. Okay. Right, let's just move. We can make a decision on it in a second. So yeah, I mean, so money wise, we really don't have any. 100,000 in the wage budget is not really. He's not really going to touch the sides for a team like Bayern Munich. A lot of my players are wanted, so whether I decide to sell somebody, I don't know. And I mean, we have scouted Zima, shan't we? Yeah, it's coming through as a 3-star player. Hiya, Craig. How's it going, mate? Okay, how's it doing? Football has been stressful enough without FM. Huge game for my team this weekend at Celtic. Right. Yeah, I mean, weirdly, ads, we're actually playing Celtic tonight. We will probably get round to that game. We've got them in the Europa League, so Celtic will feature in tonight's episode. Let's bob this on a little bit. Let's see if we can get through some games. But this front four are very, very important, as I found out in my Spurs save that I did. I won't say anything about that in case you've not watched that and you want to go and watch it. But that front four, very, very important. The dynamics, doing rotation, very, very important. I think I kind of learnt a lot in that Spurs save, if I'm honest. Yeah, no, ads. It's weird, isn't it, how things like that happen? I mean, once again, you know, I won't go into it too much because we all know my whinges and groans about Football Manager. But we're playing Werder Bremen in the third round of the DFB Pokal, and well, wouldn't you know it, we're playing them in the league as well. So there you go. Yeah, Celtic are actually coming up. They're the third game on the agenda tonight, and it is at their place as well. So we are on a little bit of a blip. I don't know whether that's going to continue or not. I'm not sure. But let's see how it goes. So Mike is saying was a lone deep lying forward or a false nine with those two second strikers behind. I mean, well, we'll get to it, won't we? They've reduced the available transfer budget. The available wage budget has been reduced as well. Right, so they've taken all my money off me, more or less, then. I I don't blame them. We're 118 million in the red in the bank, so I don't blame them for that. That's that's absolutely fine, isn't it? But we do need to start winning things to get that money in, don't we? And being in the Europa League is not ideal because the money in the Europa League is not fantastic. So are we reckoning then? So you're saying there's a deep line forward with the other two bombing on. I mean, we can give it a try. We played Bayern last season. It was a 1-1 draw at Bayern's ground. Yeah, everybody else seems to be able to get results against Bayern Munich, except for my club. And it's oh no, we're talking about Bayern, aren't we? I was thinking we were talking about Real Madrid. I was off on one then, very nearly caught me out. Right, let's give that a save. Yeah, Bayern. I feel a bit sorry for Company. I mean, whether he will ever win the Champions League at Bayern Munich, I don't know. It's or whether City are going to poach him before that. Once again, I don't know. It's a strange one. But then even Pep didn't win the Champions League with Bayern, did he? So lacking in Matt Shelmshire. There's not a lot I can do about that, I'm afraid. Not a lot I can do about that. So what day are we on today? Friday, isn't it? Weekend coming up. If you manage to get you'll have achieved something no other football manager has accomplished before. You'll get a ton of money at the season's end. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest. I think Bayern Munich are geared up better than that, aren't they, really? But anyway, let's see how it goes. Like I say, we do seem to be a little bit of a dip at the moment. I think that's mainly because my front four have been interfered with quite badly. But let's see how we do. So the first of two games against Werder Bremen. This one in the league, and then we've got them in the cup. So we do need to start turning it on a little bit in games. Just looking at my front four there. Musiala 6.7. Right, can we get the ball in the back of the net here? Whoa. Post. Diamande. I mean, that was happening a lot in the Porto game and the Dortmund game. A lot of posts, crossbars, people's ankles, anything but hitting the back of the net. So let's hope that doesn't continue. Oh, Diouf there. Oh, that's twice he's won the ball and it still ends up with a green shirt. Plays Shishon. Okay, now just steady with it now. We don't need to go absolutely bonkers here. Just steady with it. Go back to basics a little bit. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. If it isn't Company, I can see the manager at City in the future. He's done well with the funds available there. Yeah, I mean, the big name, the big rumour is Enzo Maresca, isn't it? That's the big rumour at the moment. Apparently, all of the other clubs now have been warned off him, and he's the only destination is. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not quite sure, really. I mean, I thought after Pep Guardiola, they would have gone for, the next best manager in the world, which Enzo Maresca certainly isn't, but Nice goal from Elise. Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. I mean, I'm not even sure that Vincent Kompany is. I mean, the problem is with players like Vincent Kompany and City, the association is very romantic, isn't it? You know, it's a great idea, but in practice, is it going to be a great idea? I don't know. I'm not sure. I see also Jose going to Madrid. Good luck to him. Good luck to him. Some of the antics of their players on the pitch and off the pitch are, quite frankly, some of their players need to be ashamed of themselves. But obviously they're too up themselves, aren't they, to know even what shame is. So there's some awful antics from some of the Madrid players. But then, you know, if anybody's going to be able to override all that, it's going to be somebody with a huge personality and chip on the shoulder, which Jose Mourinho has certainly got. Can we not have another injury, please? I don't really want Elise out as well. If you don't mind, he's taking the penalty as well. Is he gonna miss this? Are we going to take a penalty on one leg here? Yep, he has missed it. So we're not ticking over on like a well-oiled clock at the moment, are we? I mean, okay, we're winning this game, but only 1-0. And we're hitting the post, hitting the bar, missing penalties. So things have gone a little bit awry, let's put it that way. Oh, that was a very poor... Oh, that's a nice ball out. But Szoboszlai, for some reason, takes it on his chest and bounces it back towards our goal. Good save by the keeper. We're at 13 shots though, 5 on target, so we're doing okay at the moment. Let's give them a pleased. Obviously, Szoboszlai is struggling with his match fitness, but the only way around that is to keep him playing and get him some game time. Oh, that's a shame. That looked like a lovely little ball through. So there's all chances, but barely taking any of them. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we need to win both these games. I mean, one to keep the Bundesliga position nice, and the other one to get through to the next round of the cup. No, yeah, we don't want to see that. We know all about that. Why they show that, I literally have no idea. I don't think I've ever seen... Well, I have actually. I've seen that shown, and the ball was actually over the line. It was a goal, but they still disallowed it. That's the only time I've ever seen anything different other than no, the ball didn't cross the line. I mean, Werder Bremen are absolutely awful. They can't kick a ball straight. Oh, Lise, lovely running. That's twice we've hit the frame of the goal now. So let's make a few changes. Right, both full-backs very tired. Let's do that. On the other side, it's Brown's out injured again, isn't he? So it's unfortunate with that Brown. He was my starting full-back at the beginning of the season, but I just can't keep him fit now, which is a great shame. Let's bring Mastoris in there. Right, let's give that a go. Yeah, I think Zimash was he valued at about 90 million? Seems a little bit rich, really, for Zimash. 90 million. I would have thought at this stage of the game, maybe 50, 60 million. 90 million is a lot of money. We're getting a red card there. Referee's trotting over. What are we getting? Oh, nothing. He wasted a lot of energy there, didn't he, the ref? And it's still only 1-0. A very worrying scoreline with this little bit of a dip in results. Still only 1-0. We've hit the frame of the goal twice and missed a penalty. Elise, what's he going to do with this? Fires it in the back of the net. So that's 2 goals for Elise. Very nice indeed. 2-0. That should do it now. How many changes? I've made 3, haven't I? Right, let's... Right, let's bring Palmer on at the back. And we'll bring, I mean, he's not a defensive midfielder, but let's just shore it up a little bit. In fact, we'll drop Szoboszlai back. We'll do that, I think. You're turning Bayern into Arsenal. 1-0 all the way to the top of Europe. Who are you fancying the Championship playoffs? I'm rooting for Millwall. I don't know, Craig. I mean, I don't really watch a lot of Championship football, if I'm honest. And I know Millwall are in there, but I think I don't know whether their fans are still notorious or not. If they are, I wouldn't want them anywhere near the Premier League, if I'm honest. Has that been given as a penalty? Is that a penalty for Werder Bremen? Penalty's been awarded. Oh, great save by Chevalier. How come it shows a triangle next to Musiala? Do you mean in the in here? Oh no, triangle. I don't know. Where do you mean? The form guide suggests Southampton will win the playoffs. I mean, it'd be nice to see Southampton back in there. Shows a triangle next to Musiala. Well, it may well be because I'm playing them out of position in the both. That might be why. Possibly. Yeah. Very often I forget to do the... When I've changed the in possession, I forget to change the out of possession. That may well be it. Okay, so it's looking like we've got a little bit of luck on our side there. If you have just joined the live stream, we are playing the console version of Football Manager 2026. And I am managing Bayern Munich. And it looks like we might be... This is the first of 2 games against Werder Bremen. 1 in the Bundesliga and 1 in the Cup. It looks like we might be going through to a 2-0 win here, which is quite nice. Yeah, it always gets me too, still getting used to it. Yeah, it's a weird one that adds. Most of the time, I'm switched on to it, and then occasionally I forget. Musiala gets his goal, no flag. So it's ended up at 3-0. Winds me up on console. If you move them and combine, it moves them for both. Oh, does it really, Jason? Right, okay. Right, okay, so 3-0 up now. Couple of minutes of the game to go. I'm going to have to get some rest in here, though, because my players are looking very, very tired. 25 shots, 13 on target, so that's come back up, which is quite nice. We're going to give them a delighted. Right, okay, let's just try and catch this. Okay, so this next game is on the 5th. Get a couple of days in there. And then Celtic is on the 9th. So I'm going to need to do 2 lots of rest here. Rest players, 2 days. Let's just have a look in here. 28-year-old central defender. Oh, Liverpool have to pay us 6.25. That's good. City are after Pavlovic. Have we got any clauses that are available, given the fact that no, we haven't. I've done all of that, obviously. Yeah, we're obviously struggling for money a little bit. We'll sort that out. If we can win the Bundesliga and then get into Champions League, we'll sort that out. I wonder what Celtic's team will look like. We will see. Well, you'll be able to tell us, ads. But bear in mind, we're 2032 in game, so we're 6 years in the future. Okay, so it's Werder Bremen again in the cup now. Well, we're on telly against Celtic. That's quite a nice little win, that, really. We needed that after them 2 dodgy results. Arsenal after Pavlovic as well. So he's 28 years old. He's got a value of 77 million. He's wanted by City, Arsenal and Newcastle. When's his contract run out? Nearly 3 years. That's okay. I mean, I don't really want to lose him if I can help it. Bit of save, you never know. Yeah, I've decided on my next game. I've ordered Crimson Desert, so hopefully I will enjoy that. Spent a couple of weeks analysing different games, so I thought that Nottingham Forest would have put up a better show than they did in yesterday's second leg semi-final. Yeah, I think the big miss for them was what's his face. Wood shows retired, so 38 this year. Yeah, but I mean that's nothing, is it? adds, that's nothing in Football Manager. 38-year-old players are still playing, so yeah, Gibbs White. I think he was a big miss in midfield for them. I mean, you know what? I was watching that game. I mean, I watched the whole game. Unusually for me, I don't normally watch any other games than City, which I suppose is a bit weird, but that's just me. So I did watch the game, and but I noticed Anderson was kind of isolated in that midfield spot, and Villa were just knocking the ball about at leisure, and they were pinging it one touch. They were really on the game, and it needed somebody else in that midfield, I think. Unfortunately, of course, Gibbs White got that really bad facial injury, so not ideal. Right, okay then, yeah. So this is weird, isn't it? And to be honest, the way I get notified that there's a problem is I get told that, oh, that player, you know, you get the exclamation mark, but it's not actually saying anything there, is it? So yeah, so I have there's nothing to tell me there that I've got a problem out of possession. I'm still wondering though whether I should do that. Whether I should put Diao up front and Musiala as the shadow striker. So that's why it got changed, isn't it? Or it was wrong because I switched it over in possession and didn't do it out of possession. I'm going to try that in this game because I do like Musiala and Elise as shadow strikers. Oh, hang about. No, we don't. No, we don't. Is Bastian back yet? Bastian is on a fitness. Right, okay. We can whack him on the bench then. Martinelli injured. Brown's on a fitness. Right, let's bring Brown in for Fernandez. Right, let's do that. Let's give that a save. Morgan Gibbs White, yeah. I thought it was a great chance as well for McAtee. Thought it was a great chance of McAtee to show. And I think in the first 20 minutes or so, he did show quite a lot of skill. And but then he, like a lot of the Forest players, he faded off. So I don't think McAtee did himself any favours at all. Do you aim to bring in better than Dio in the future? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, must be due yet another update soon. It's been a number of weeks now, hasn't it? I mean, I know they did say that they were going to do it. Maybe they've stopped doing it. Maybe all their efforts now are... Because, I mean, the game... for the most part, the game is playing okay now, isn't it? You get the odd crash here and there. I think it crashed on me on... Was it Monday night? I can't remember now. Tuesday night, wasn't it? But for the most part, the game is okay now. Maybe they're putting all of their efforts into FM27 and getting that spot on for release day. Well, it won't be spot on, will it? But as near to. Okay, let's try and get through to the next round of the Cup. Yeah, I think in answer to your question, Ads, I think we definitely need a better backup striker so that I can do more rotation. Because it's that front four is very, very good, but obviously playing them all the time is not ideal. Right, looks a very wet pitch, this one. So we're playing it at their place. Let's see what we can do. Mike. Oh, very good. The moment they're trying to incorporate the Gobby Gaffer clipboard squad planner. Have I shown you my latest? I've redesigned it. It's colourful now. Look at it. Ooh, thing of beauty. It's marvellous. Yeah, I'm sure they're working on that, Mike. I'm sure they're working on that. Yeah, you're right, Ads. That is a good point. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, they are meant to be ringing out international football ready for the World Cup. I mean, maybe they're having trouble with it. I would have thought they'd have brought that out by now, to be honest. I mean, we're in May, for God's sake. I thought that would have come in like February or something like that. Maybe they're having trouble doing it. To be fair, I mean, I've said this before. I mean, I'm not a coder, so, I don't know how easy or difficult that is. I am imagining putting international football into it is quite a difficult thing to do. So, I mean, it may well be in the end they turn around and say, I'm sorry, we couldn't do it. I don't know, but you are right. I mean, that was promised. Whether we'll get it or not, I don't know. I think the unfortunate thing is that they've spent a lot of effort and time and energy putting women's football into the game. And I don't mean that unfortunate that they put that in. I mean, it's unfortunate in that I don't think many people are using it. And in that light, if there's not many people using it, then would they have been better spending the time doing something else? I mean, personally, I think it's a great addition, although I've not used it yet. But, if people are not using it, then they spent a lot of time coding and everything, putting something into the game that not a lot of people are using. So I don't know. The World Cup starts next month. Maybe they'll just shadow drop at the day of the opening. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Wolves women clinch promotion to the female version of the championship on Monday, so that's encouraging. Not all bad news at Molyneux. Yeah. That's a nice goal from Shishon. Yeah, I mean, I will do a women's save at some point, but new Gobby Gaffer challenge save: take charge of England after the World Cup update and just pretend he's interested in playing the save. Yeah, that would take some acting, that, Mike. I don't think I'm that good an actor, to be honest. I don't think I'm that good an actor. Okay, so we're beating Werder Bremen 2-0 here in the Cup as well. So this is going quite nicely. Got Celtic up next as well in the Europa League. Little header there. That could have been 3-0. Strange play by Fort. Why don't you just chest it down, mate? Nice ball to Elise, though. That's going in, isn't it? They generally go in. When Elise gets it on that right-hand side, they generally go in, don't they? That was a nice finish, though. Let's have a look at that one again. I think that was with the outside of his boot. Let's just have a quick look at this one again. Yeah, it was outside of the boot. He's getting some... I've seen some quite bad press for Elise, though. Like attitude problem, like getting a bit above his station. So I don't know whether that's causing a bit of an issue. Werder Bremen are not a good side, are they? They're really not. The final ball, the passing is shocking. Elise again, outside of his boot. Oh my word, that's is that an own goal? It's like an own goal. My plan is to take Scotland to the World Cup final. God help me. Yeah, I won't be doing any international football. I mean, I suppose for for the channel, for views and everything, I suppose it would be quite an interesting thing to do. But as I've said previously, I don't really agree with international football, so it would be a bit hypocritical of me. Right, let's address the team. 4-0 up at half time. Okay, we're going to go pleased, and we're going to make 4 changes, I think. So we're going to bring... I mean, Szoboszlai is... Should we leave him on to get his fitness up? I tell you, I keep forgetting we've got Mora. Let's bring Mora on. I forgot we had him. Let's change both centre-backs as well, because the centre-backs don't very often get changed. Who else can we bring on? Well, I'll tell you what we can do. Can bring Bastian on up front, give him a run out, give him 45 minutes, try and get back to his... although I've got him as a deep line forward there, and he doesn't normally play as that. So, unless we have a catastrophic collapse here, we're going through to the next round of the Cup, which is quite nice. We need to beat Celtic, though, in the next game now. After that Porto defeat, we need to beat Celtic. But it is at their place. That Porto result was a bit of a... I mean, it wasn't a disaster, but we played them at home. We got beat 2-1 at home. Let's say it's a little peculiar, but nothing too dramatic. Some people surmise he might be on the spectrum. Okay. I like him, Mike. Yeah, I'm not... That wasn't a dig at him. But I have 1 or 2 little things I've seen and heard in the last few days. Because like when you hear about Mbappe and Vinicius Junior, your senses are a little bit more attuned to players who are throwing the toys out of the pram and arguing with the manager. And 1 or 2 things I've seen about Elise would lead you to think that he might be getting a little bit above his station. I don't know. Szoboszlai, nice finish. If we're anything like that real life, we'd say it won't be hard to beat us. Well, we'll see. You know, it's Football Manager land, and in Football Manager land, anything can happen, can't it? But we do seem to have stopped hitting the post, which is a good thing. And most shots like that one are actually going in now, which in those 2 games, the Dortmund and the Porto, they weren't. We were missing everything. We were hitting the frame of the goal, missing penalties. But a 5-0 win at Werder Bremen. Although I have to say, I think they are a very, very poor outfit. Looking at the match engine, they are a very, very poor outfit. I don't know where they are in the league. It's a good job that wasn't a little bit lower, innit? Because Chevalier never even moved for that. Okay, let's make the last change. Who can we bring on? Let's bring... who have we got? Oh, Mastoris hasn't come on, has he? Right, let's bring Szoboszlai off. We'll do that, actually. Szoboszlai's done his job now. He's scored a goal, getting his fitness back. We might be able to get the band back together here. I think up front. I think that front 4 now are getting back to fitness. So we might be able to get the band back together. Higher Bone Crusher, mate. What season is this? We're in 2032. It's November. So it's a 32-33 season. If you have just joined the live stream, we are playing the console version of Football Manager 2026, and we just conceded a goal there, weirdly. I am managing Bayern Munich. I'm playing on the PS5 with a keyboard and mouse, by the way. They have fixed the controller from what I can gather, but I do prefer playing with the keyboard and mouse. It's much more fluid and interactive, in my opinion, than using the controller. I don't know what I'm watching that again for. Are we going to have a bit of a collapse now towards the end of the game? I mean, surely. There's only 10 minutes to go. Surely we can't concede another 4. Oh, look, we're doing a Werder Bremen. Now we're giving the ball away. Oh, they're knocking the ball about now with confidence. Oh, doof there. Rubbish. Rubbish. If there is anybody in the live stream who've not been here before, if you would like to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give me a like, that would be amazing. I have actually hit 1,600 subscribers now, so the next target will be 1,700. The big target is 2,000. I'm hoping to try and get 2,000 subs by the time FM27 comes out. So, I mean, I should get a bit of a bump with FM27, hopefully. But yeah, subscribe to the channel. It all helps these magical things called algorithms. And I don't understand them, but apparently it pushes your channel a little bit more and pushes it out to other people. So, and that's what we want in it, really. Well, that's what I want. Okay, we're going to go delighted with that. Started playing other games after almost 3 months exclusively on Football Manager, and I'm out of touch with the controller. Oh my god. Yeah, not bad at all, Craig. Not bad at all. Been a bit quiet this week. It's been a bit of a weird week, really, with the bank holiday Monday, and then we all kind of congregated round at my son's. I did say we booked this Centre Parks holiday. I've not been on holiday for years, so that's quite nice. Of course, all my grandkids will be there, and I'm expecting, or we're expecting, a new granddaughter. She'll be there at that moment as well, which will be absolutely amazing. So looking forward to that. But yeah, my whole week after that seemed to have got thrown out, and I did my live stream on Tuesday instead of Monday. And then the week seemed to be, I don't know, it's been a bit weird this week. But yeah, it's been all right. I am wondering about my decision to go Tuesday, Thursday on the standalones. I don't know whether to go back Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm missing it a bit, if I'm honest. Right, okay, let's... right, we need to catch this really quickly, because we need some rest time in between this and the Celtic game. There we go. See, look. I'm wondering, you know, unless there's a specific button for it, on the controller, that would be impossible to do, because you wouldn't be able to get across quick enough. Right, what are we doing here? We're doing, what are we on, the 6th? I think it's the 9th. So we'll do a couple of days again. Apparently, Diaz at City is urging Pavlovic to join him. I say, shut up, Diaz. What's it got to do with you? Yeah, Ruben Diaz. Stop sticking your nose in, mate. It's not to do with you. We're going to get some bids, aren't we? As soon as January kicks in, we're going to get bids for my players. Wednesday stream should be a good and general conversation. You can still have Football Manager as a backdrop. I know. Oh my god. Yeah, I am going to start doing more live stream because I do enjoy them. I don't think I'll do a Wednesday every week, but some weeks I'll stick one in there. I mean, maybe as well through the summer it might be a good thing. Scrap that, the World Cup's on. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, like when we got Champions League games on, and particularly if they're big games, then Wednesdays might not be the greatest night to do it. I'll have to pick and choose. I love the general conversation. Yeah, me too, Craig. Yeah, me too. It's amazing how, you know, just somebody says something and that takes you off on a whole different tangent. Born wants first team football. Yeah, sorry, mate. You're not going to get it. I'll send you out on loan. I mean, we've got Brown on that side if he can keep himself fit, because that would be ideal. Okay, Celtic coming up. Celtic scouting report. Can we have a look at their formation analysis? Squad depth. That's amazing, isn't it? I've never been in here before. I mean, that's amazing. I love that. Celtic squad depth. My word. With that squad depth, they should be winning the Europa League. Never mind anything else. That's bonkers. That's going on there. Okay, ads. You can tell me. Is that first team? It is first team. Oh, my word. Should we do it by ability? Or should we do it by age? So they've got Cameron Carter-Vickers, Liam Scales, Ross Dockan, Austin Trusty, Ali McCann, Jota, Luis Palm. I don't know what I'm reading these out for. From mince pies to Emmanuel to the full breadth of conversation. You have to keep it clean, Mike. Keep it clean. Here's one. I actually got my nose pierced today. Really, Craig? I can't imagine having a piercing. I've no piercings. I don't know how people get piercings. It would frighten me to death. I'm not a great one for pain, if I'm honest. Most of the team's still surprised. Right, okay. Yeah, I couldn't have piercings, no. I mean, we had a conversation in the family the other day about, because my granddaughter's just had 4 tattoos done, only little ones, but they're the first ones she's had done. And I'm not a great lover of females having tattoos. I'm not from a sexist point of view. I don't know whether females look nice with tattoos on. I suppose that is a sexist view. I don't know, but anyway, she had these 4 done, and hold on a minute, what's going on here? All right, I'll wait till the director of football sifts through them. Yeah, and they asked me would I ever have a tattoo done, and I'm like, I don't know really. I think the only thing I would ever have done would be Zoso, the Led Zeppelin, what do you call it? Or, I don't know, Man City or something like that. Or the City badge. I don't know. But I'd certainly have Zeppelin done. But it wouldn't be big. It'd only be a small one. Celtic squad depth. Oi lads, whoever can kick a ball, you're in the team. Got my ear pierced when I was young. Hated it by the time I left the shop. Oh my God. This is a trouble, I suppose, isn't it, Stevie? It looks like in this save Rodgers stayed. I don't know, there's a current manager, right? I had a wrist tattoo and I can safely say it cost me a job interview or 2. It's not just aesthetics. See, that's interesting, Mike. That is very interesting, that. Yeah, it's... Yeah, it's like that outward appearance, isn't it? That I don't know. Got my eyebrow done a couple of years ago, and it created a bit of a monster. Oh God. The one I really really don't get, and I would need it would need to be explained to me fully, and even then I know I still wouldn't get it. Tongue piercings. What's that all about? One of the vloggers that I watch, she's got her tongue pierced, and I started watching it from like day with they're fairly new vloggers, and she was talking with a lisp. So I thought, oh right, okay then, she's got a lisp. But the more she spoke, the more it was obvious that she had a lisp. And then I think it got to like episode 3. So this is like we're like 2.5 hours into their vlogging. And I noticed she's got a tongue piercing in. So not only has she got a tongue piercing in, but it's giving her a speech impediment as well. What's that all about? No. Come on. Right, okay. I mean, Shabosly has been very good, but I do need to start rotating. We need more in there, definitely. So we're getting the band back together now. Bastian is on a fitness. I mean, do we bring him in there? But I do need to remember to do some rotation around that front four. It's something I've learned in the Spurs save, that rotation and bringing players in. Because I mean, just looking at we'll bring Aichhorn in as well. Actually, we're allowed 12, aren't we, in the Europa League? Right. Okay. Let's give that a go. Let's just do the bow thing. Mora dropping back into midfield. We'll see how Ali say. Yeah. Okay. Let's give that a save. Yeah, the whole tongue piercing's a bit weird, I have to say. Okay, Celtic it is. Let's have a look what's going on. Also, the game still has issues when it works, where it just chips a corner to the edge of the area and a volley in the top corner look beautiful. That's my argument, Jason. That's exactly my argument. Sometimes the match engine can be stunningly beautiful. Some of the moves that you see in the goals that are scored, they're just like, oh my God, whoever's coded that, give him a medal now, because that's amazing. But then other times you look at stuff in the match engine, you're like, you know what? I can't code for toffee. I could have coded that better than that, because that is abysmal. It's a really weird thing. I always rotate. I've never had a major injury most of the time. It's good enough to win the easier games if you're managing a good team. Yeah, I mean, that the Spurs save, because I played that quite differently, I was able to like sit back a bit more and just take stock. And I think I learned a lot with that Spurs save. So I think I will be doing more rotation from now on. Right, let's see what we can do against Celtic. So there's the Celtic team. Kenny up front. I mean, to be honest, we shouldn't have a problem here. But if we play like we did against Porto, then we will have a problem. If you have just joined the live stream, we are playing the console version of Football Manager 2026, and I am managing Bayern Munich. And after a really poor season last season, where Vincent Kompany was the manager, 6th place finish, only got Europa League football. They did sack him, and I was managing Schalke 04 at the time, and they offered me the job. And I did say I wasn't gonna move from Schalke, but in all my time playing Football Manager, I have never managed PSG, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Manchester City. I've never managed one of the top top teams. I normally like to give myself a little bit of a challenge, or a big challenge sometimes. But I thought, you know what? Let's just give it a go. I've never managed a big team before. Let's see whether I can do it at a big team. And at the moment, it seems to be working out okay. That was a very nice goal by Diouf. I mean, look at the space they're giving him. Nobody's going to him even. What's that all about? So it seems to really sell players and bring in no one. Right, okay, so we are, at the moment, we're performing to expectation. If there is anybody in the live chat who's brand new and not subscribed to my channel, it would help me greatly if you could hit that subscribe button, notification button as well, and give me a like. That would be fantastic. It's weird how a lot of YouTubers will say, even big content creators will say, like that there's only 35% of the viewers who regularly watch the channel had subscribed. And it do, I need prompting. I need prompting to subscribe. Juve's got a couple now. Nice. I need prompting to subscribe. I need prompting to like. I think the thing is, if you get into it's a bit weird, because if you start watching a channel and you don't like it, you immediately go and do something else. If you start watching a channel and you really like it, you get engrossed in it and forget to subscribe and like. I think it's a bit of a weird dilemma, but I've done that myself, so I understand the mentality behind it. It's nice wanting to buy a player and think to yourself, I can afford 150 million transfer fee. Yeah, I know, Mike. I mean, I've never really had that before. And weirdly, the Tycoon takeovers, the two that I've had this season, I think are the first Tycoon takeovers I've ever had, I think. In football, all the time I've been playing Football Manager. I get the message, oh, there might be one, but then it all fizzles out. But I've had two in FM26. More, that's going to get disallowed, I think. But it is nice to have that money there to be able to say, right, oh, it's been awarded that. Half an hour played, 3-0 up. Sorry, ads. Sorry. I'm sure you would have liked to have seen, even in Fantasyland, I'm sure you would have liked to have seen Celtic beat Bayern Munich, but it doesn't look like it's going to be. I've got a decision to make tonight as well at the end of the evening. Do I actually announce this is the last game of the night, or do I not announce it and then pick a game where I've won? Because at the moment, every time I announce it's going to be the last game of the night, I lose it. So I've got a bit of a decision to make. Hit the like button on everything I watch for more than 5 minutes. But I only subscribe rarely. I don't want my subscription list to be mess. Recommended 100 videos a week. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Mike. I get what you're saying. But to be fair, you're doing well to like everything that you watch that's 5 minutes long, or that you've watched for 5 minutes, because I very, very rarely remember to like. I'm a nightmare for it. I'd like to Celtic buy players. Yeah, well, you never know. Stay tuned. I might manage Celtic one of these days. Or it could be that other well-known Scottish team. I can never remember that. I know it's Caledonian something Thistle. What are they called? He's stopped coming in. I think he's given up, hasn't he, now? Right, let's give him pleased for that. So Bastion's on up front. You know what? I think I might take him off. In fact, let's bring Masteros on and let's just do that. We're winning 4-0. So I don't want to break Bastion at all. In fact, we might just do that actually and keep it as it was. Mora, go there, in there. That's it. Yeah, let's do that. Inverness Caledonian Thistle. That's the one. That's the one. It was weird, wasn't it? Because he came in the first time, didn't he? And he was like, would you ever consider managing Inverness Caledonian Thistle? And I'm like, it's not really top of my list, if I'm honest. And then he came in again. I think he came in about 4 times. And he just came in and went, Inverness Caledonian Thistle? Question mark. I think he's given up now. Oh, well. Started a Clyde save. I did think about doing Cali Thistle. All right, Steve, you're bloody flitting about, aren't you? Gordon Bennett. Talk about variety. I don't even know where they are in Scotland. What league are they in, Inverness Caledonian Thistle? Getting Thistle to Champions League Gore is the holy grail of football manager saves. It would be hard to say for sure. Don't get much more north than Inverness, right? I wonder if that's the one that Lelujo did that time. He had a spell, didn't he, where he was he visiting bloody OBS again? Right, I think we're back on now. It keeps disconnecting and then coming back again. I've no idea why. Yeah, Lelujo had a spell where he was going to all of the grounds. I can't remember what it was now, but he went to a Scottish team that was that like one of the stands backed onto like cliffs and the sea and whatever. I don't know whether that was Inverness Caledonian Thistle. Right, okay, let's have a look. I think we're gonna do oh, is Brown fit? No, he's not, is it? Yes, he is. Brown is fit. Brown, Tape, and Shabozlai, and I brought Watson on, didn't I? Mastoras, yeah. Let's just, in fact, no, we'll bring him on there. He's not really a defensive midfielder, but at least it gives him a little bit of game time. East Fife, was it East Fife? You might be right there, Jason. That does ring a bell now. East Fife, yeah. Yeah, it felt like if you hoofed the ball over the stand, it would end up in the sea. It was a bit weird. Oh, Shabozlai. Just got promoted last week to the Championship, right? Okay. Inverness, isn't that where Lake Ness and the Lake Monster are? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not very well up on Scotland. I've only ever been to Scotland once. I went to the Butlins camp in Ayr, and I remember it rained all the way there. Loch Ness and the Loch Ness Monster. I wonder what he was. The Lake Ness and the Lake Monster. Yeah, I've only ever been to Scotland once. I've watched a lot of vloggers go there. It looks a very, very nice part of the world. Doesn't loch mean lake? Oh, look, see now, Mike's been controversial there. Mike's been controversial. That's 20 minutes from me. Oh, is it? Right. Yeah, I think we had a decent week there. It was all right once we got there, but I remember getting there and it never stopped raining all the way there. But that mind you, to be fair, I mean we went to Butlins and we never strayed outside Butlins, so we didn't see any of the scenery or anything, which I suppose is a bit of a waste, really. If you go to Scotland, you should at least go out for a bit of a day trip and have a look round, but we didn't do. 5-0, 10 minutes to go. I'm sure they'll get a goal. There we go, Jota. I knew they would score. So who scored? Diouf, Mora, Elise and Elise. A 2 for Elise, a 2 for Diouf. Mora in between. I don't think I made any more changes, have I? I made some changes at half time. Didn't make any more changes. That's a bit of a faux pas. Okay, let's be delighted about that. There are 1 or 2 monsters in Cannock. We missed Jota. He's been out injured all season, right? Love all depictions of Scotland in movies and TV. Oh, one of my favourite TV shows. Yeah, I watch a lot of vloggers who, I watch a lot of van lifers who travel around Scotland, and it does look a very, very nice part of the world. It does matter. We don't call it a Loch Ness lake because it's had the same ring to it. It doesn't really, does it? It doesn't, definitely. Okay, so Leipzig are 1 point ahead of us. There's 2 games to play in the Europa League. Next game is in... Okay, I missed one day there. Day. I've started watching a new thing on. I don't know what it's on, to be honest. It's called the Prisoner. That's quite good, quite gripping. We're not far off the January transfer window now. At least it's all Scottish and not all Welsh. I can't understand anything of that. Yeah, I've been to Wales a lot. I do like Wales. It's nice, Wales. Right, let's do a little bit of rotation. Oh, Szoboszlai's injured. Great. Just when I decide to do some rotation, the player I would bring in is injured. Martinelli's injured as well. So probably not going to do what I wanted to do. Can I actually do anything? Yes, I can. Right, let's bring him in for Bastian. Because I don't want to rush Bastian back. Other than that, there's not a lot I can do really rotation-wise. Because Martinelli's out, Szoboszlai's out. Right, let's give that Kaiserslautern. Let's see whether we can. We're 5 points ahead in the Bundesliga at the moment, and I think there's us and who is it? Who's second? Leverkusen. Well, we've both got a game in hand on the 3rd and 4th place. Actually, I'm going to make him a centre forward. Injured, yeah. Of course he's injured. We know he's injured. What have you left him in there for then? Is there anybody who can bring in for him? Fernandez can come in. Let's just check we've got everything right. Musiala, Elise, Mora drop in. Yep, okay. Right, let's see if we can get another result. Getting through a few games tonight, which is very nice. Bit unusual. Since I took over Bayern Munich, German football spotlight's not been in, has he? I did actually go over and subscribe to his channel. I was thinking it was going to be a Football Manager channel, and it's not. It's it is what it says on the tin. It's a spotlight on German football. But he is a Bayern Munich fan, so although maybe he's hurting a little bit after the PSG result. Well, I haven't had to dicker around with any of this up to now tonight, so... But then this might be the first game 10 minutes in. We're not doing a great lot here, are we? Starting to pick it up a little bit now. Going to give them demand more. Leverkusen are drawing with Leipzig at the moment, 1-1. That's a shame. That it's a lovely little chip ball over the top. Saved by the keeper. Hoping for another PSG 5-0 Champions League final win. It's going to be a very interesting game, that one. I mean, on paper, PSG are massive favourites and should win that game very easily. But then you've got to take into account... I think I was watching something the other day, and... They described it as Arsenal shithousery, and I thought, you know what, it's a really good way of describing it, because that's exactly what it is. I mean, Gabriel at the back, he is... I don't know whether he would be that good a defender if he didn't maul everybody, and he's allowed to maul people as well. So maybe they'll do that in the final. Maybe they'll do it in the final and get themselves a 1-0 win. Who knows? I think they've won the Prem now. I think City have screwed that up massively. Go on, Elise, lad. But I mean, they're the best of a bad bunch, aren't they? This season, nobody's been that great, really. I don't really mind Arsenal winning. I'm not that fussed, to be honest. Obviously, I'd rather City win it, but I don't think we've got the mental grit in this team that's needed to win those kind of games. But we shall see. We shall see. Isn't it weird though? As much as we say that the Premier League's not been that great this season, we've got a team in the Champions League final, the Europa League final, and the Conference League final. So there's an English team, Premier League team, in all the three major European finals. So I don't know what that says. Unfortunately for City, we play Palace a few days, I think, before their final. So I think they will rest a lot of players. But, we would do the same, wouldn't we, if we were in their position. That's a shame. Disallowed. No wrong with Arsenal as a club. The days camp seems, but there's careful one and one. You have financial power. Yeah, right. We're half time, are we? Yeah, we're disappointed. I'm afraid. I'm not really liking what's going on here. I think we might bring Bastion on at half time. The league has been very competitive this season. Yeah, I mean that's one way of putting it, Bone Crusher. It's one way of putting it. It has been very competitive. I think what's happened is I think the top teams have dropped off a bit, and teams like Brentford, etc., have raised their game a bit. So it has made it a lot more competitive. It's been a strange old season, though. Strange old season. I mean, let's face it, the only way that City are in any way contention, or were, they're not now, but the only way is that Arsenal went out. That was about 6 games where they didn't win a game. That's the only reason. But I think they're over that now, and I think they've learnt to grind out these 1-0 wins. What they're going to need, though, in that final, PSG, is they're going to need a very, very strong referee to keep a handle on Arsenal's tactic. Because the way they grapple players to the ground it's a bit weird that it's all been allowed, to be quite honest. Right, we're going for a draw here, by the looks of it. Let's have a look. Possible saying if they win both, it's the greatest achievement by an English club. Well, he would do, wouldn't he? I never know until it puts pressure on, Arsenal cave. As a City fan, we lost it in January and we did not win in 4 league games. Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. It's a bit of a strange one. Right, tiredness is doing us here, isn't it? Tiredness is doing us. And we don't have a lot on the bench, unfortunately. Let's bring Fernandez on up top. But sure, City and United won the treble. It's better than Arsenal achievement should they win. Yeah, I mean, it's, I was watching a City vlog before, and they were discussing what's his face, Ian Wright's comments on the overlap about the 115 charges, and saying how much an advantage that's given City over Arsenal, because Arsenal have not been able to spend money. What he basically said is the way they set their team up to grind out these 1-0 wins is because they don't have the players to do what City have done. That's what he was saying. So they were discussing that. I mean, you'll always get that, won't you? I mean, probably. It's not probably at all. As a Manchester City fan, I will say things that are biased towards my team and against other teams. It's just a fact of nature, isn't it, really? Not spent. Arteta spent 1.5 billion. Yeah, well, I mean, we all know that, Jason. We all know that, but and of course the other thing was as well that they were discussing was that whichever way that the decision goes, and we don't know which way it's going to go, but whichever way it goes, are we ever going to shake that tag off? For instance, if we get cleared on every count, are people still going to say, because you get tarred with a brush, don't you? So, brown paper envelopes, underhand deals, all of that kind of thing. You don't know what goes on, and we may still get that, we may still get tarred with that brush. It's a difficult one. All right. I'm having to do a little bit of jiggery pokery here because I am struggling a little bit with Szoboszlai and Martinelli out. I'm struggling a little bit. Let's make him an Advent Van swing back. See, once again now, I'm having to work really hard here to try and get a result out of this game. Crossing strategy. Let's go near post. What have we got? 69 on the clock. Let's go yes on that. Arsenal have had a very favourable draw to get to the final. Yeah, Stevie. Yeah. I mean, I've said this before. Like, as a Manchester City fan, and of course here we're going to go. I'm going to put my blue tinted specs on and be very biased towards City. But I've said it before. There must be teams in the Champions League that we've never ever played them, and yet we have to play Real Madrid every single season. And unfortunately, Real Madrid are one of those teams, like Tottenham Hotspur, like Liverpool. There are a few teams round that the mentality that we've got, even when we had De Bruyne, David Silva, etc. in the team, that mentality wasn't there, and they always seem to turn us over. Not every time, but most of the time. I mean, it's annoying me this season because Real Madrid, I'm looking at the likes of Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. acting up on the pitch. And that must be wrecking the dressing room. The results in the league have not been great. And yet they come to play us and Valverde scores a hat-trick. Just like that. Boom. Hat-trick for Valverde. And you're like, oh my God, what do we have to do? We need mental toughness against these teams. And cleared or not, City will never be cleared by the public opinion. No. City was never clear even before the charges. People always said they cheated because they won again and again. Yeah. I mean, as a City fan, there's no doubting, is there, that the money has definitely helped us. There's no doubt about that. The money has helped us. What I would say to combat that is that United have had a lot of money over the. I mean, at one time, United's transfer policy was, who are City going to buy? Right, if they're in for them, then we'll go for them. There's been loads of players that United have signed that City were nailed on to buy, and then they got to United, but that transfer policy just doesn't work. You know, you need a manager in there who's strong-willed, is going to say, right, we're going to play this way, and we're going to play this way, and we're going to buy these players for these positions to play this way, which is what City have done, you know. And you know, we have been a bit lucky. You know, I was thinking about it today. Kevin De Bruyne was at Chelsea, failed miserably, went to Wolfsburg, and started playing really well. But it was still a gamble bringing him back into the Prem. He'd failed at Chelsea. I mean, to be honest, how De Bruyne didn't win the Ballon d'Or, I'll never know. But it is what it is, isn't it? But, you know, essentially we have signed... A lot of the players we've signed have been the right player for the right position in the right tactic. Leverkusen Sporting as well to get to the final. I could have picked it better myself. That's what else has been better signed. I think about what do I think about Newcastle keeping Eddie Howe? I'm a Newcastle fan. I've always respected him, but I think he's taken us as far as he can. Now I did have. There was a lad in Sanity. There was a lad. Was he called Alex? Who used to come in right at the beginning of the season when Newcastle were doing okay. Because he used to call that Voltamad. He used to call him Volta Messi. He used to call him. Oh, he scored again. He's amazing. He's brilliant. And I had that discussion with him, and I said, I don't think, if Newcastle want to become a top European club, I don't think Eddie Howe is the manager to do it. He is a very good manager, Eddie Howe. Very, very good manager. I don't think he's got that next level mentality. And I think it's showing. And of course, they've been screwed by the financial system, haven't they? You know, everything's been put in to block Newcastle now. So they kind of learnt the lesson with City, and but it was ridiculous. I was watching that Ian Wright thing, and he was banging on about these charges and this and that, and he never once mentioned the interest-free director loans. Arsenal, one of the biggest clubs doing it, interest-free director loans that was all brought out into the open, and is that not an advantage over somebody like? Well, I don't know who else was doing it, but there will be teams in the Premier League who have not done that. Is that not an advantage over them? But of course, he didn't mention that. And once again, you know, it's rose-tinted glasses, isn't it? Everyone fails at Chelsea, and we had Salah too. Yeah, it's a weird one. It's a weird one, Mike. It was Jay, was it? Stevie, right? You have got, honestly, you've got a mind like a bloody computer, Stevie. I don't know, spent a lot still. I mean, it's, you know, we had a 700 million loan and interest has killed the club. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's right. What we're doing in this game with 20 minutes to play, I've made some changes, haven't I? Let's see if I can grind out something here. Oh, right. Okay, so it's Kaiserslautern who have got the ball. Are we going to get done in one of these freakish? No, nothing. Okay. Yeah, so I think this is one of those games where we're not getting the result, are we? Let's bring Brown in over this side. Let's move him up. I didn't change the bloody what's it, did I? Fernandez. No wonder we're not doing well. It kills me every time, this bloody thing. Let's do this. Let me see. I'll tell you what, with let's just try something here. So let's make him, oh, we can't do. Okay. Can we do it if he plays there? We can't. Okay. I'll just make him an attacking midfielder then. I was trying to make him a box-to-box, but obviously the ridiculous rules in Football Manager don't allow you to do that, which is bloody stupid. Right, Elise, Bastian, Fernandez. He's like our Mark Hughes, exactly, before Mancini came in. Where Pierce had trouble, but he signed Voltamad, but he doesn't play him. And he's going to leave in the summer. And he won a cup, but yeah. Hiya, Dean, how you doing, mate? Finally got the game started to save with my hometown club, South Shields, who play Kidderminster tomorrow in the National League North playoff final in real life. I hope you enjoy it, Dean. I really do hope you enjoy it, but stick with it, mate. Have to be deeper for the box-to-box role. Well, I've tried him. I've tried him there, Jason. I've tried putting him there, and it won't let me do it. Can either be defensive midfielder, deep line playmaker, half back. Should I push Shishon forward, and then we can do a box-to-box? How bloody ridiculous. Never seen anything so stupid in my life. What footed is he? He's right footed. Let's change him over then. Box to box. In fact, you know what? Let's make him the playmaker. Let's add 2 box to boxes. What's the worst that can happen? We're going to go attacking as well. For some reason, I'm having to work my socks off in this game to get a result. Do that. Okay. Oh, needs to be on the side, right? Play the dot dead. Oh, right. Okay, then. I mean, of course, you know, we get this with Football Manager, don't we? Where a player, he can't play a few steps forward. I did a whole shot about that a while ago. Loving the save. If we don't get promoted tomorrow, I'll see if I can do it on the game. All about timing. And City was available, so binned Hughes. Liverpool got Klopp, so binned Rodgers. If Howe gets binned, there is no obvious replacement. Why Slot may stay and why Carrick may stay. I don't know. Come on, Ollie, stick it on somebody's head. Go on. I dare you. No. Back to Elise. In the box again. Going to have a dig. Keepers had that. I still think Klopp is an amazing manager. I'd love him at City. I'd absolutely love him at City. And speaking of promotion drama, that York Rochdale match was insane. Yeah, it was. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, Elise, we've got 4 minutes of time added on. Can we get a late winner here? Can we get a late winner? No. Oop, I hope. Okay, try again. Yes! Come on! No, the flag's up. I knew that was going to happen then. I knew that was going to happen. Oh my God, this match engine. So predictable. Come on, hurry up and get it through. Disallowed. We know it's disallowed. Yeah. That's called keeping you on the edge of your seat, that. Okay, so we're dropping points here. We'll have to hope Leverkusen have dropped points as well then. Try and stay on side, lads, eh? You say a lovely ball through Bastian's saying, and I mean, that's not Bastian, is it? He's a goal machine, Bastian. He wouldn't do that. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for that. Right, okay. Where do we go from here? Would love to see you start a save with South Shields. It's a lot of fun. Could be FM27. It's either South Shields or Inverness Caledonian Thistle. I think I've got the name right now. I think Klopp is smart enough to realise he needs a break from management for his mental health. I'm sure he'll eventually take another management job, just not yet. Yeah, I suppose in many ways, it's moments in time, isn't it? And when he was managing Liverpool, he had that great rival with Pep. And even though most of the time they beat us, they didn't actually, you know, go on and win the trophies, did they? So it was a bit of a difficult one for him. It's very, very unlucky, really, for Klopp. I mean, as a City fan, I mean, I loved it, but at the time, but, you know, afterwards you're kind of thinking, well, 3-3 Leipzig and Leverkusen. South Shields all the way should set up a poll. Oh my God. Right, okay. Let's move into the next game. Next game is on the 15th. And the game manages to just get that day or two ahead of me, and I just can't seem to click the button quick enough. We need to go into the portal, don't we? Let's have a look. Haaland now is touting Pavlovic for Manchester City. So that's Ruben Dias and Erling Haaland now are telling City to go and sign Pavlovic. I'll say Kilmarnock for your next save then again. Yeah, I think, to be honest, Stevie, I think you've been so consistent and regular, and you've got a mind like a computer. I think I'm going to have to do Kilmarnock at some point. Klopp versus City was the best games I've watched and the best title fight. Goal line clearance by Stones. Yeah, they played that on TV today. That clearance. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for Jurgen Klopp, I think it did drain him mentally, and you know, he may still be managing today if he'd have got the better of City, but it's one of them, isn't it, really? Oh, we're playing Leverkusen. We are playing Leverkusen. Where is it? At home. This is a big game. Mike, Southport, but all the way this time. Yeah, it's not really my kind of thing, Mike. It's not really my kind of thing. I've never done that. It's never been something really that's interested me. I know a lot of people do it, but it's never really been something that's interested me. Okay, this is a very, very big game. What's going on here? We've got a friendly against... Oh, it's the German shutdown, isn't it? Got 2 more games, and then we have the German shutdown then. For Christmas. Right, okay, let's see what we do against Leverkusen. Do you think Pep leaves, stays, or extends again? You know what, Bone Crusher? I have no bloody idea. I don't know whether you go on Blue Moon or not. I mean, I'm on there 2 or 3 times a day, but Rick, who hosts that, he made a statement the other day, and usually when Rick says something, it usually is the truth. And he said that he's heard from a valuable source that Pep's leaving at the end of this season. And then Maresca's going to come in for maybe a couple of seasons and then maybe go for company. But I don't know. I'm not sure. I've always thought Pep would never leave on a low. So, like the end of last season, I mean, let's face it, the end of last season, given the fact that we were world champions, was it the season before? Pep would have got sacked, wouldn't he? Any other club would have sacked him. It was disgraceful last season. But then I don't know really. It's a difficult one with Pep. I kind of feel like he's not going to leave of his own accord unless he can go out on a high. Let's say, for instance, West Ham do Arsenal 4-0 on Saturday and we beat Brentford and we go on and win the cup final as well and do the treble. I think that might be the time when he'll leave. Because who knows next season? You just don't. I mean, we've been in a fortunate position this season through circumstances and whatever. I mean, there's no way the way City have played this season, we should be in contention for the Premier League. Next season might be even worse. Who knows? I think he'll want to go out on top. But then the question begs then is, if, say, he only wins the Carabao this season, loses to Chelsea and we don't get the Prem, that's not going to be seen as massively successful. So he probably will stay till the end of his contract. But then will he extend it even more? You watch Guardiola, the man's mental. I mean, he doesn't only argue or give instructions to his own players. At the end of a game, he'll go to the opposition players and he'll be tapping them on the chest and pointing at them. And he did it on at weekend with Everton's goalkeeper, waving his finger at him, and the passion with that football's in his DNA more than I think I've ever seen anybody in football. I do wonder whether he's ever going to leave City or not. Because the problem with that is we're going to play this tippy-tappy football for the next 10 years, and I, for one, am bored to death with it. And it can pick back. I mean, I agree with you, Mike. I think Pep needs a break from football. I don't think Pep does. I think Jurgen Klopp needed a break from football, and he knew it, so he just did it. Whether Pep doesn't think he needs a break from football, he just doesn't. I think he's got an addiction with it, and I think he's got a bit of an addiction with City as well. I just wish every game I'm thinking, right, he'll go home after the Everton disaster and he'll lay in bed and he'll think, you know what, I'm the greatest manager in the world. I'm going to come up with something brand new now. I'm going to do something brand new that's not slow build up, but slow build up. That's not tippy tappy football. I'm going to do something brand new. He never will. It's never going to happen. He will be playing this boring, old-fashioned, out-of-date tactic. He'll be playing that till the day he dies. Right, okay, let's have a look. Right, so it is Leverkusen, isn't it? Martinelli's still injured. Szoboszlai is still injured. Right, okay, so we don't have a lot of option for rotation. Right, I'm going to do something a little bit different just to try and stiffen us up in the middle of the park. Musiala can go up top as a deep line forward. Shadow striker, yep. Attacking mid, deep line playmaker. Right, I'm going to go to a No, it's not a diamond, is it? It's nothing like a bloody diamond. Right, Musiala up top. My store's there. No, did that not work, did it? Keep thinking he would. His best thing he did was when he won the treble with that style of football. Didn't just what we played then. But I think it's changed quite a bit since. The thing is, he's trying to play a style of football at the moment with the wrong players. We brought in what's his face. I'm hopeless with the German lad. But anyway, they brought him in. Now, when him and Ekitike played for Frankfurt, they played to their strengths. So I watched quite a few highlights, and the ball was over the top, and he was running on for it and all of that kind of thing. And Ekitike, they worked very, very well together. But he's come to City. I mean, even the right winger now, he's playing in a different. Haaland. We don't play to Haaland's strengths at all. We really, really don't. The second goal we scored against Everton was the perfect Haaland goal. You get that ball through the top. He's onto it. He knocks everybody out of the way. It's in the back of the net. That's the perfect Erling Haaland goal. We don't have the players to play what he wants to do at the moment. And I don't know why he's not changing. You see little tweaks, you see little tweaks that he's making, little changes. But you look how much more effective Doku is when he plays inside. Both the goals he scored came from that position. But what does he do? He has him out on that left wing. And as soon as he gets the ball, he's got 2 or 3 players on him. And maybe once every 20 times he tries it, he might be able to dribble between them. Other than that, it's pass the ball back inside again. To be honest, as a City fan, I'm getting very, very bored with it now. Getting very, very bored with it. But then, as a long-time City fan, I have to say, if we'd have not had Guardiola in the last 10 years, we would not have won as many trophies. And I was fortunate to watch watch the Belley Summerby team. So I came into watching City maybe 2 or 3 years before that, but I was fortunate to see them be very successful early on. So I was quite lucky as a City fan. But then, of course, we had that big barren spell, and then Guardiola comes in, and we start working miracles. But he doesn't exactly have a ton of challenges left. He won with Barcelona, Bayern. He's not going to. He's not joining PSG anytime soon. Maybe. Well, that's the big job for him. It's the national manager with Spain. I think that's fairly what nailed on at some point. But I'd have Doku on the right and Sonia on the left. Put a ball in the box. That one must tear his hair out. I mean, Jason, you're kind of saying what I've been saying for ages. I just, like when we had the techie ballers in the team, like the De Bruynes, the David Silvas of this world, and we could play that beautiful football. Fantastic. But the David Silvas of this world and the Kevin De Bruynes, they just don't come along that often, do they? I don't know. Pep should do an Aberdeen job. Can be compared to Fergie if he wins. Right, let's give this a save. Let's see if we can beat Leverkusen. I don't remember the last time Dockert's menu crossed the ball. No. I do not think he will succeed in national team football. There's a reason why, despite boring, England did so well under Southgate. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you hear so many City fans, and like I say, I'm on Blue Moon every day, and you're getting loads of opinions on there. But like most people are saying, we just don't play to our strengths. Haaland gets pelters because he's not working hard enough. He's not scoring goals. He's got three centre backs on him all the time in this tippy tappy stuff. It's and then occasionally we might try and thread the ball through the eye of a needle or have a shot which hits somebody's ankles or the backside or whatever and pings off. And he just won't give it up, though. He won't give this slow build up, this high line that does us every time against any team that's got players with speed. I don't know. Something needs to change, but hiya Cameron, how are you doing, mate? Sorry for being late. Well, yeah, have you brought a note from your mum, Cameron? Because being late, it's not a thing. It's not allowed. To be fair, Spain have been playing Guardiola over 20 years. So midfield during the golden era was the Barcelona midfield. Yeah, but yeah, this is what I'm trying to say, is the Barcelona midfield is kind of a one-off, isn't it? You can play that kind of football when you've got Barcelona's midfield. I mean, it's hard to criticise, isn't it? When he's done what he has done for us, it's very hard to criticise. But to stay relevant and to stay a top team in Europe, we do need to do something different, I feel. Haaland will actually be better at oars with Kuna and Bruno supplying on the break with the grass. Tippy-tappy, he lacks the technicals. Yep, exactly. Exactly. I've said it many times, I'd like to know how many goals we have scored from the tippy-tappy possession stuff. Generally, the goals that we score are goals where we've given the ball away, invited them onto us, and then on the counter. That's when we score goals. It gives Haaland a lot more space. It gives Doku space to run into. That must be in. Come on. We better at Wolves. 10 people hooving the ball up to him. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I say, I don't know whether anybody's allowed to second guess Pep, because. But I mean, is that his downfall? Is that his downfall in that nobody can actually challenge him? And because of the success that he's had when people said, oh, he's coming to England, that'll never work. Playing out from the back, tippy-tappy foot, never work in England. And I think because of the success that he's had, he just thinks, you know what? I'm just going to carry on doing this because it's served me so well. What a save. It's the amount of times he overthinks big games and changes it to something else that just would never work. I don't think he's done anything to Foden, Jason. I don't think he's done anything to Foden. There was a rumour a while ago that Foden had picked up this virus or something, like a strength-sapping virus. And he did seem to come back from that. I mean, the beginning of the season, he looked back to something like the old Phil. But now he's dropped off a cliff again. And I don't know what's happening with him. I really don't know what's happening with him. But yeah, Bone Crusher, you're absolutely spot on. You take the Champions League final against Chelsea when we got beat 1-0. I mean, we didn't turn up that day, but so Gundogan came out after the game and he said, oh, before the game, Pep asked me to play this role in the team that I'd never played before. We'd never trained it, never practiced it. And he asked me to play this role and we got beat 1-0. I'm not saying that's the reason why, but why does he have to overthink these things? I don't get it at all. I mean, why will he not let players shoot? He won't let players shoot. He won't play a long ball to Haaland. You know, if it's not what he would call beautiful football, where it's tippy-tappy, 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 then it's not on. He won't allow it. Cherky. He don't like Cherky. Don't like the way he plays. I've seen him in the dugout many, many times. Cherky does a bit of a flick and a trick, and he's shaking his head. And you're like, my God, let the lad do what he wants. He's a genius. See the absolute... Yes, I did, Cameron. Yeah, they played very, very well, Villa. If they play like that in the final, I reckon they've got that trophy. The errors leading to goals increase since Pep comes. Everybody has tried to copy it. Playing out from the back. Yep, everybody plays that way now, don't they? But to be honest, I think there are many teams in the Premier League now who play out from the back and do it better than we do. Because, I mean, many, many times in a game, the opposition have got 3/4 of the pitch to run into, you know. And if we lose the ball when you've got 11 men in the penalty area and we're trying something that's not going to work, you've only got to have 2 quick players on the edge of the penalty area and bump, they're gone. And then I remember Vincent Kompany again. Vincent Kompany, when Pep Guardiola first came, he was asked, what's it like having Guardiola managing? How are you coping with this new tactic and formation? And Kompany actually said, I mean, bear in mind, Kompany was a terrific defender. He said it's one of the hardest roles I've ever had to play. He said, because you're constantly, you're looking over your shoulder, that ball's over and you've got to be legging it backwards. That's why Kyle Walker, who I'm embarrassed to say got so many pelters before he was basically forced out of City. He saved us on so many occasions with his speed. Husanov's doing the same now. Unfortunately, Husanov's a little bit inexperienced, so he will make mistakes. But his speed is saving us quite a lot. I don't think... do Pep Grealish. Oh yeah, that was obvious. This season it seems to not be so much tiki-taka. Yes, I mean, yeah, Ben, I will agree with you. We're not playing the ball side to side as much. I will agree with you with that one. We are trying to feed the ball more direct. I will agree with you. He has changed to an extent. But the problem we've got now as a team, these minor tweaks make no difference to the opposition. The opposition are used to it now. Give the ball away, get 11 men in the box. So Pep has to come up with something different now. He has to come up with a different way of playing. Maybe drop back a little bit, invite teams onto us, and then hit them on the break. We see he won't do the hitting on the break because he won't play a long ball. He doesn't like people shooting. He won't play that a sprayed ball out to the wings or for Haaland to run onto. He won't do that. He wants to have a team of 11 midfield players who are really good at keeping possession and passing the ball about. And you've got to have very specific players to do that. Very specific. Right, okay, let's get into this. It's becoming the Manchester City stream again, this, isn't it? Right, okay, we're going to go pleased, I think. Right, okay. So I don't know whether this is... I've actually changed it a little bit here because we've lost Szoboszlai and Martinelli. I've just changed it a little bit. I put an extra central midfielder in and we're just playing with the 2 behind the striker now. Oh, there's that Mazza. City are linked with him. That Mazza. Great ball. Great ball. That's a lovely ball. Oh! Come on! Musiala! Come on! If we can get this, this is a very, very good win. Very good. Leverkusen second in the league. This would put us 8 points ahead of them. That was a lovely ball as well, by the way, from that the central midfielder I've just brought in for this game. Nice finish as well. Very, very nice finish. They've actually only had 2 shots, Leverkusen. Nice play. Nice play. Okay, we're winning 2-0 now. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Lovely ball. Mora. Ooh, hit it. Ooh. Oh, Paul. Villa annoyed me after the Spurs performance at Room Sunday. When I do an FM game, I will never use tiki-taka. It's gegenpress or wing play. I must admit, Jason, I'm with you. I am with you. I don't like the tiki-taka in Football Manager. I think, to be honest with you, I think those are the two. Wing play and gegenpress are the two that I've gone for in FM26 mostly. Mike would disagree, of course. Leverkusen will score here. They've done nothing in the game yet, but they will score in this game. What a tackle from Mora. What a tackle. That's called commitment, that. Right, okay, let's make some changes. Right, okay, so we do have this problem up front. Right, I think it's all going to be defence. I think we're going to bring Leone in. Tape. Brown. What with 72 minutes in? Can Baum play DM? He can. Right, let's drop Baum in for Shishon. 4 changes. I really hope so. First trophy in 44 years. If that's the case, yeah. And of course it'll please the future king as well, won't it? He was doing his note, wasn't he? Oh Wills, he was singing "Leave Sweet Caroline" at the end. Yeah, proper fan. When we beat City at Old Trafford, it was low but very narrow structure. The full backs were like extra centre backs and hit on the break at will. Some say the counter works as still presses hard but from a lower base. Direct football is much more effective in this match engine. I think SI hate pet ball too. Oh yeah. It's weird being a City fan because it's difficult not to start sounding entitled. Like obviously we had a poor season last season by our standards. It's not been great this season either. But then again, depending on how results go, I think it is Arsenal's league now. But we could still win the Prem. I mean, it's not done and dusted yet. I mean, West Ham were abysmal at weekend. I mean, if I'd have been their manager, I would have sacked them all on the spot. Because when you're fighting for staying in the Premier League, the money that's involved and the prestige and everything, when you're fighting for that and you get absolutely battered, that's not great, is it? They should be up for that Arsenal game. Whether Arsenal will allow it is another matter. And of course the refs need to get hold of Gabriel, don't they? But they won't do. That's a pen, that ref. That's a pen. Bone Crusher, when he becomes king, do you think he will still be allowed to attend games? It's nice seeing the royal family being in the public. That's an interesting Bone Crusher. That's very, very interesting. I don't know is the answer to that one. I don't know. I mean, maybe that box will have to have bulletproof glass in it. they'll have to have armed guards out. I mean, he might already have that, but they might have to have armed guards outside it and then have bodyguards inside. I don't know. I'm not sure. I hope so. I really hope so. Because, I mean, I'm not a great lover of the royal family. I never have been. But, you know, Wills does seem to be a little bit more down to earth, doesn't he? And not as hoity-toity. And if he was going to see Villa on a regular basis, then why not, you know? Even the king's allowed to have hobbies, isn't he? What a save from Chevalier. You know, it feels like I've been on absolute hours tonight, and it is actually just over 2. I think we've chewed the fat again tonight. I think that's the expression. We've chewed the fat. But weirdly tonight, it's not been food related. I think it's been all football related. If anybody has, what's that? Did you get yourself out and vote, or don't you give a shit? I never vote, Cameron. Never vote. I mean, I don't really want to get political, but I don't trust any of them. I really don't trust any of them. In my opinion, the government should be made up of single parents, refuse collectors, road diggers, just ordinary working people. You know, I know it, you know, in practice that probably would work, but we need people who are going to be honest, truthful, and are down to earth and down with the people, who know what it's like to put food on the table. And, you know, you're putting a juice in your car and it's 30 pence a litre dearer than it was last week. You know, these people are multimillionaires, a lot of them. They don't give a damn, do they? You know, Sir Keir Starmer. I mean, what? How does he relate to the ordinary? None of them can. No, I didn't vote. I didn't vote. Right, okay. That is a very, very convincing win. How we didn't beat Kaiserslautern and yet we can beat Leverkusen, I don't know. That's madness. But we should be 8 points clear at the top now. Yeah, I'm just going to say I've got 182 clicks on my screen here. If you've just joined the live stream, we are playing the console version of Football Manager 2026. I am managing Bayern Munich, and we're doing okay. But last season they had Vincent Kompany as manager. They only finished 6th, and we are in the Europa League this season. So I was Schalke manager. They came in for me. It's my job to try and get them back to where they belong in the Bundesliga and into the Champions League. That's where the money is. Unfortunately, we are quite overdrawn in the bank at the moment. If you are a new person on the save, though, or on the stream, I should say, if you could give me a subscribe, hit the notification bell, give me a like, all of that kind of stuff, then that would help me no end. I mean, that applies to anybody who is in the stream. If you've not subscribed, could you subscribe for me? Because it just helps the channel to grow. I hit 1,600 in the week. And obviously the next target now is 1,700. The big target is 2,000. I'd like to think I can get there by FM27. But you never know. Right, keep your eye on the ball here. 15th, 18th. Right, we can do one day. I must admit, though, the live streams seem to be becoming much more popular than the standalones. You know, I'm getting 450, 500 views on the live streams, which is, I mean, I know that's not total views, but that has changed a lot from when I first started doing it. I was only getting about 250, 300. So the live streams do seem to be much more engaging for people, so which is quite nice. I mean, it's quite nice that people follow along. Right, okay, let's get into this next game. So we are 8 points at the top of the Bundesliga now. I think we have one more game to play, and then we go into the Christmas lull, don't we? Yeah, Mainz 05. I don't think we're going to get those Europa League games played tonight. What time is it? Once again, it's what is it? 9:45. I don't want to be on too long tonight. That 4-hour stream I did a few streams ago was just far too long. Okay, let's play Mainz, and then we've got Feyenoord booked in as a friendly on the 1st. So that seems okay, doesn't it? Let's have a quick look at the league, actually. Let's see what's going on. So even though form has not been amazing, we are 8 points ahead. So it's Stuttgart as well. Stuttgart are sticking to us like glue. Frankfurt on 30. Where are... Oh, poor old Schalke. Look. Oh, that's not very nice, is it? Poor old Schalke. Looks like they might get relegated. Oh. Oh well, never mind. How much is Zimash worth now? Can we see? 69 million. His value has dropped. So he's played 16 games, 11 goals, 6.96. I kind of feel like 69 million is quite a good price for him. Okay, what we're going to do here. I'm wondering, you know, with the injuries that we've got, Martinelli's still injured. Szoboszlai's on a fitness. I'm wondering whether we play this now. Until we maybe bring Szoboszlai, not Zimash in. I'm wondering, because it gives me the chance for a bit of rotation, doesn't it? So if we move Musiala there, put Bastian up top, so we're getting some bit of rotation in. What does that Mastros like to play? Just like to play a bit further back, actually. Shishan, don't like playing in there. Pavlovic can play in the middle, but loses half a stand. I will leave it as it is. Let's not fiddle with it too much. Okay, Bastian's sharpness, he's still not up. I don't think he's scored a goal, you know, since he came back, Bastian. Or it might help making him a centre forward, because that's what he was playing before. Right, let's just check the both situation. And as per usual, that's switched over. Good job I came in and had a look at that. Right, okay. Let's see if we can get 3 points at Mainz 05. See whether we can do that. Well, I'll give it another half an hour or so, and then I think we'll call it a day. Right. Let's see what we can do in this one. We need to get Bastian back on the score sheet again, because before he got injured, he was scoring regularly. Looks like quite a wet pitch again. Looks like Germany have had a lot of rain in December. Doofus played really well outside there. Given the fact that Brown was the starter, Doofus come in and played really well on that side. Scored a couple of goals as well, didn't he, in the Europa? Oh, well won fought. Nice ball, nice running, Elise. Oh, Elise, take the ball with you, mate. Played Mastros. So that's the beauty of having an extra midfielder in there. Oh, lovely ball. Oh, I was just going to say that was a lovely goal. And he missed it. What a shame. That would have been a lovely, well-worked goal. Yeah, I hope Villa and Palace both win their finals. It'd be very nice to have two English sides being successful in Europe. Let's give a demand more. We are away from home, so it's got to be a little bit aware that we're not in front of our own fans. Bastion's on a 6.6. Step it up to positive. Give them another demand more. No, it's not happening, is it? Okay. Yeah, we'll go disappointed. I wonder if it's match fitness with Bastion. I wonder. Let's put Musiala up top and bring Mora on. And drop Musiala into that deep line forward. Well, one. Come on, we need a little bit of that urgency up front now. Oh, what a ball. What a ball. What a goal. Absolutely beautiful. My word. Can we have like 6 replays of that like they do on Match of the Day from every angle? Because that was beautiful. Shishon, Masteros. Lovely little ball to Mora. And then the outside of his right boot straight into Musiala's path. That was beautiful. Stunning goal. Absolutely beautiful goal. I mean, we have had 17 shots, 12 on target now, so how we've not scored more, but we need the one to get the 3 points, don't we? How are Leverkusen doing? Can't see. If anybody has joined the live stream, we are playing the console version of Football Manager 2026, and I am managing Bayern Munich. Oh my word, Fort then could have made it 2-0. Come on lads, I feel like we need a second here. Are Leverkusen playing? Don't think they're playing. Oh, they're playing later on. 6:30 kickoff. How is Stuttgart doing? Winning 4-0, Gordon Bennett. Stuttgart seem to be a bloody half-decent team, don't they? Come on, lads, it's still only 1-0. Don't let them in here. Done just that. Right, let's give them a demand more. I mean, it's not good, that. Right. What can we do? What can we do? We can bring Diao on, can't we, for Elise. Not watch much of the day all season. I mean, let's put Fernandez on up top. It's not a great option, but Brown out there. Yeah, I think we're getting done in this game, aren't we? Shame that, because that goal was one of the nicest goals I've seen us score. Yeah, we aren't getting the points out of this, are we? Stuttgart 5 now, Mainz 0. So Stuttgart are going to gain points on us. Unless we can get a last minute winner. De Bass puts his foot on the ball like he knows what he's doing. Shishon, here we go. Mora over the top. Fernandez, nice. Diao left, right I should say. Tape, come on, slide it. And Fernandez misses, and he will do. These two strikers we've got, Hernandez and Fernandez, are not great. I think we are going to have to go in for Zimash as and when we get the money. That's poor, that is poor. Okay, that was the last game before the winter shutdown, so 3 points there would have been absolutely brilliant, but unfortunately not. Right, okay, so Leverkusen lost ground, but Stuttgart are sticking to us like glue. There's 6 points in it now at the top. Okay, it's a button clicking exercise now. Let's hope we don't get into too many injuries until we play, is it Feyenoord in that friendly? Jardim sacked by Bilbao. Come on, give me control of the game. And training reports. Kind of wondering, you know, if anybody wants Martinelli at 31, whether I would let him go. Let's give that a save. Because we're doing quite well tonight. It's not crashed yet. Right, let's keep clicking the button. We're going to get into a January transfer window here, but we don't have any money. I mean, I'm guessing we will get offers for some players, because I think Pavlovic is definitely one that we'll get offers for. Be interesting to see what the offers are though, because I was told if a player's not on the transfer list, then the offers are usually top of the shop. Feyenoord away in 8 days. No, they run out of Ipto. That's a bit of a disaster. Chelsea identify Palmer as a target. 53 million for him. Paris Saint-Germain, I want the Bastion. Loan approach for Hernandez. What's his value? 19.75 million. I would rather sell him. I don't really want to loan him out. Can we convert that into a transfer offer? I'll take 15 for him. How about that? Oh, that's a surprise. How often do you change your tactics? It depends on how it's going, Ben. I mean, obviously Bayern are doing really well here. I mean, I've been known to change tactics. If things are not going well, then I will change the tactic, formation and whatever and give that a try. But obviously at Bayern here, but I've been forced into making a change anyway. And we're playing a gegenpress, but formation-wise, I've been kind of forced into making a change because I did have 2 shadow strikers and an attacking mid. But because Martinelli and Szoboszlai have both been out injured, I had no rotation for that. So I brought Mastoris in midfield and gone to this. So I have recently just changed the formation. But generally, tactic-wise, I generally go for either a gegenpress or wing play if I've got wingers. I don't change very often, if I'm honest. Or I try not to do. If anybody has joined the live stream, we are playing the console version of Football Manager 2026. And anybody in the live stream that's not subscribed, if you could subscribe to my channel, it helps those magical things called algorithms. And it pushes my channel out to more people. The more people I get watching, the more subscribers I'll get. So obviously, I'm not monetized. I have no interest in being monetized at all. But it's just, you know, it's nice to have the subscribers and the views and the great, you know, chat that we have in these live streams. And it's just motivation to keep making videos. Barcelona make a loan approach for Baum. That's the problem, isn't it, with Baum? 13.5 mil. We have said, haven't we? There's still time to switch to the 2 overlapping centre-back tactic. I know, Mike, I know. 2 overlapping centre-backs and long ball. No, I haven't, Cameron. No, it's been... The last 2 days actually been a bit flat, really. I know this is why I'm thinking of going back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos going up. because it's been a bit flat the last couple of games. I've not had a lot to do. Now the Spurs save is finished. I'm only on Chelsea, but that's getting to a period of the season now where I'm not playing any games in between. So I think I might go back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday again. And that gives me a bit more to do as well. Right, let's have a look at this now. Transfer, off of either transfer room. Right, okay, so let's go unspecified and see what happens. I don't want to loan him out, that's the problem. The problem with Football Manager is when it knows you need to sell a player and you need the money, it will only come in with loan offers. Transfer loan status. I'm going to go unavailable for loan. If he's going, we're selling him. We're not faffing around. 138 million in the red. Obviously, we have no transfer budget now. What am I doing here? 3 million we've got, but we are in the red in the wage budget. Did I actually answer that one? I don't think I answered it, did I? I got sidetracked. And what's your plans now? The Spurs save is finished. To carry on, put more effort into the Chelsea save and see how that goes. If I'm really honest, I didn't like the Spurs save. I didn't like doing that format. I didn't really. It's the first time I've ever done it, and I don't know whether I'd do it again. But then I need to try and get the Spurs save, the Chelsea save, because that's a journeyman save. So I need to try and get that one finished and wrapped up if I can. But then obviously that depends on whether we win anything or not. And I think in that save, it's a while since I've done it, but I think we're top of the Prem, and I think we're still in the FA Cup. We've been knocked out of the Champions League, haven't we, by PSG, I think. Andreas Norman. 5-star potential. All right, okay. Who he? This is for loan. Right, okay. When's his contract run out? 180 days. Really? I mean, with a bit of training, he could play here, couldn't he? Oh, hold on a minute. Potential ability 3-star. It said he had 5-star potential. What's going on there? Andreas Newman, 2-star, 5-star potential. Click on him, 3-star potential. Okay then. Which one is? We've got another 5-star potential there, 2.5. What is going on here? I'm not interested in any of them then. Contract set to expire. And I do wonder whether that I mean, this might be the better place to look in here. What was he? 22, wasn't he? Is he actually in the main squad? Where is he? 17. Oh, he's there. Yeah, he is only a 3-star player. I mean, his physicals are okay. No, we're Bayern Munich. We need better than that. Loan approach for Hernandez. Is he on the loan list or something? What's going on here? Loan status. No status set. Right, it's unavailable for loan. I think we might put him on the transfer list. Because I've not been impressed with him or Fernandez. Named in the world team. Elise Chevalier was selected for the world. Oh, okay. Mora wins Player of the Year. Nice. Mora was selected in the North American Best 11. Right. What is he? Mexican. Right, okay. Pierce claims Young Player of the Year. Who he? 1.8 mil attacking mid. Let's give him a scout. Sport Club Freiburg. Bastion are PSG are after Bastion. Hate how sometimes they just said the transfer a player and it's only ever loans coming in. Yeah, it's there are quite a few little niggles out there in the game that, but it's because it's a computer game. That's why, you know, we all have to remember that it's a computer game. So it's like putting like a little boss in there, isn't it? Or I used to say like curveballs and levels of difficulty, but it is. If you think that it's a computer game, some of the things that they put in there in front of you, it's like a boss. So you've got to beat that boss. Oh, here we go. So Colin have offered 18.75 million. It's locked in as well. 15.75. Yeah. You know what? I'll have that, I think. It's not a computer game. It's a lifestyle. It is for some of us, Mike. That's why it's so bloody frustrating. That's why it's so bloody frustrating. Who's this? Who's he? C minus 2.5 mil. We'll accept that. That's fine. 6.6 mil. Decent young prospect. What are they offering? 8. We'll have that as well. Martelli. We're getting a lot of Martelli training reports for Martelli. Yao Vitor. 181 million. We'll give him a scout. We ain't got that kind of money at the moment. Let's give that a save. It's not a computer game. It's a lifestyle. Freiburg is who Villa have in the Europa final. Oh, is it? Shall I not let that deal go through then, Cameron? Because we don't want to help them, do we? What time is it now? How are we getting on? 1:15. Let's give it another 15 minutes. I dread to say the next game's the last game of the evening, because when I do that, it usually ends up we lose the game. Feyenoord. It's just a friendly, that, isn't it? So the next game we've got coming up then is Eintracht Frankfurt. Right, okay. Give them all the help they can. They need it less than. I hope Villa win that. I really do. I like Villa. I do like them as a team, and you know, the fans are all right as well, aren't they? I do like Villa. I'd like to see them pick up some silverware. Right, we've got to be. How's the squad's fitness looking? Okay, Bastion. He's still sharpness. He's not looking good. I've gone into this and not changed that one. Okay, 1st of Jan. Are we going to get any offers in for the big hitters or not? Okay, so we beat Feyenoord in the friendly. Right, I think we will make this the last game of the evening now. Trying to get these finishes a little bit earlier. Arsenal make do for offer 34.5 million. You know what? An English team in each final as Palace are also in the conference and Arsenal with the Champions League. Yeah, I did say that before, Cameron. I mean, I made the point that, you know, the Premier League's not been that great this season, but there's an English team in all of the main European finals. Just happy to stay. Right, we're going to reject that. I don't want to lose Doof. Who is this? Rower, isn't it? We'll have that one. Goalkeeper. He's not my main goalkeeper, is he? We'll reject it anyway. Offered normal contract. Why is it saying potential ability 5-star? Am I missing a trick here or something? Potential ability 3-star. I mean, what does he want? Fringe player. Recommended as a fringe player. I mean, if he wants anything more than about 35k, then 78. Sorry. Nope. No. Also, if we win 6th spot in the Prem, we'll be a Champions League spot. All right, that's interesting. PSG made an offer for Musiala at 29. No thanks. Loan approach. No. Have offered Leon Mole. Once again, 5-star. Is that a glitch? Am I missing something here? No. Colin made an offer, 19.75. Is that locked in as well? No, it's not. Can we get a bit more out of you then? 24? Ah, that didn't work very well, did it? And from 6th to 12th in the league, there's about 4 points in it, so it'll be scrap for the extra spot. Offers made for Sari. DM. Okay. It's probably because the star ratings are being handed out by 2 different... right, okay. The greedy gaffer. Oh, brilliant. Love it. The greedy gaffer. Oh, my God. Let's hope that doesn't catch on, eh? Bronze injured. Finishes. Oh, he's the... Right, okay then. Yeah. We'll have that. That's fine. A little bit of dosh coming in. What did I have for tea? I had... I've started buying Wiltshire Farm Foods. I don't know whether anybody's heard of them, but they're basically frozen meals that you get delivered. So I had... what did I have? It was a cod in a Mediterranean sauce with like a savoury rice and green beans. Very nice. Very nice indeed. With a bit of ice cream for afterwards. We better give this a save. Give it a save. Hopefully I'll get another McDonald's this weekend. And then I can get another Biscoff. I don't know how long it's on for, but another Biscoff McFlurry. I need to get another one. I need to get at least 2 in before the offer finishes. And we're still all right fitness-wise, yeah. Sounds like a chef make that. Yeah, they're quite nice. They're I mean, it's like everything these days with food, isn't it? I mean, I have a general guideline for food. If it tastes scrummy, it's really bad for you. If it tastes very bland, then you can eat as much of it as you want and it won't kill you. That's the general rule I run by. And unfortunately, because these are, you know, commercially made and delivered meals, then they basically take all the good stuff out. So they don't have an awful lot of taste to them. You have to put a lot of salt and pepper on them and to liven them up a bit. But they're all right, you know. They're I mean, I like fish anyway, so. Oh, shall we not? Hold on a minute. Is this the same one, Hernandez, isn't it? Yeah. Right, we'll just accept that one. Let's not get the tag of the greedy gaffer. Pushed it a little bit too far. Normally when I do that, they normally say, yeah, that's fine. Not that time. Review transfer offer. Who's this for now? Barcelona have made an offer to loan. Come on, Barcelona. What are you loaning players for, you cheapskates? An optional future fee? No. We've got him. I've taken him off the loan thing, haven't I? Loan status. Unavailable for loan. And he's transfer listed. No. Go away, Barcelona, you cheapskates. McDonald's. The crappier the quality, the better the taste. Exactly, Mike. Exactly. I think that's what I just said. It's a general rule of thumb. See, look, this is education. This is education with the gobby gaffer. If food tastes brilliant, it's really bad for you. If it's very bland and you're thinking, I'm not going to have that again, you can eat as much of that as you want because generally it won't kill you. See, it's education. This. If you have just joined the live stream, it's nothing to do with. It's not a food channel. It's we're playing the console version of Football Manager 2026, and I am managing Bayern Munich. But we do have various chats about lots of things. It's not just football. We put the world to rights in here. They do that loan with optional future fee if they don't have the funds right now all the time. Right, okay. Well, they can stump up the money. If there is anybody in the stream who has not subscribed yet, if you could subscribe to my channel, that would be great. I think I was on 1601 at the beginning of the stream. Obviously, we're heading for 1700 now. The big target is 2000. Hopefully, I'll get that before FM27 comes out. Food Manager 26. Hey, they are. What? Have we got any coders in the chat? That's a great idea, that. Food Manager 26. Great idea, that, for a game. Could make some money at that. I'll split the profits with you. It's fine. I don't mind. My God, when are we getting to this Eintracht Frankfurt game? It's been 3 days now for about 4 weeks. Paris Saint-Germain back in for Musiala now. I knew this would happen. 108 million now for Musiala. What is his value? 103 million. I mean, that would just be bonkers. 26 appearances, 10 goals, 14 assists, 7.82. Musiala is not going anywhere. Nope. Make Martinelli offer. Oh, that's... Oh, is that Fiorentina? Oh, Fiorentina. Right, okay then. Loan offer for Moll. Midfielder. 1.6 mil. I mean, go on, we'll let that one go. Transfer offer, Hernandez. I've made a lot. Is that offer? Oh, loan. Steven Hernandez, right, rejecting that one. I'm wondering as well whether we put Fernandez on the transfer list, try and raise some money to bring Zimash in. Where is he? Can't see him. It does my head in this when I can't see players. There's Hernandez. It's Fernandez that we want. There he is. What? 82 million? Is he that good? Did I sign him? It looks like I signed him. And yet I've played him a few times. He's not looked great, has he? 3 goals, 3 assists, 12 sub appearances. 82 million. He's only ever going to get 3-star though, isn't he? Potential ability, he's only ever going to hit 3-star. Right, well, when we get to this Eintracht Frankfurt game, it will be the last... oh, you mean Shishon's out with the virus just before the game, is he? Right, okay. Fine. I mean, you could have done that over Christmas, couldn't you? You can do what they do and try and bring in Zimash on loan with full wages. Decent monthly fee they might accept. Loan approach for Bourne, the keeper. No, we're rejecting that, aren't we? We're rejecting that, aren't we? Martinelli offer. Right, okay. They're trying to tempt me there with Fiorentina's Martinelli. Scout report. James Pearce, 2-star, not interested. Yao Vitor, 4-star, we are interested. He's 181 million though, isn't he? We're not getting him anytime soon. He's on the shortlist anyway. Yeah, depending what they give me, I might go for him. Penders, close. Oh, he's a goalkeeper, isn't he? Penders. And we've got him on the shortlist. I mean, I'm all right with Chevalier at the moment, I think. Hey, we're getting to this game, right? Shashishon's injured, so Mastoris is going to have to drop in there. We might have to go then back into this again. Bring Mora in there. Musiala. So we've got the band back together there, haven't we? Although Musiala wants to play as a second striker. Stros Pavlovic. Right, we're getting anybody back. Shabozlai is back. And is Martinelli. Martinelli's on a fitness. I mean, to be fair, we don't need Balm on the bench, do we really now? I can't believe that Fernandez has got an 82 million price tag. I wonder if it's one of them strikers who can only play with a partner. I mean, 3 goals, 3 assists. He's not played that well, though, when I brought him on, has he, really? Right, let's... oh, I need to do both, don't I? Both. Oh, it's a good job I checked. Mora in there, Mastros there, Pavlovic, Elisa, Musiala, Bastian. Right, okay. Right, so I think this is pretty guaranteed to be a loss, because at the moment I seem to be losing last games of the evening. I don't know why. I think the game's just trying to wind me up, and that's quite easy to do, to wind me up in Football Manager. It doesn't take a lot. That's my phone, by the way. That's giving me an alert of something. Right, okay. Can we set off like a runaway train, lads? Let's get a couple of goals, get in the lead, not mess about. Okay, 5 minutes on the clock, doing nothing. 10 minutes on the clock, still doing nothing. Poor ball, that, Elise. Even Masters is on a bloody yellow card already. Calm down, mate. Ooh, what a save. Great shot as well. What a save, though. Let's give him a demand more. Right, who've we got here now? Stuttgart are winning 2-1 at Wolfsburg. Let's go positive. Placed an advert, wanted striker, needed qualities, scores lots of goals, desirable qualities, he's Greek, bonus points for last name, starts with a TZ. I think we will bring him in just for old time's sake, but I'm going to need to raise some money first. Okay, another dead game. I'm going to be angry. I'm not happy with this. Why are we failing here? We're at home. Why are we failing? Absolutely chucking it down. Cats and dogs. So Leverkusen are winning. Stuttgart are winning. Not ideal scorelines. We've only had one shot on target. And bearing in mind, we've got the band back together up front. So we should be doing better than this, shouldn't we? Right, okay, what's happening then? Musiala and Bastian, both very tired. Okay, Fernandez, lad, this is your chance. £82 million worth of striker. Let's see what you can do. And let's bring Szoboszlai on. Pavlovic is looking tired as well. Brown can drop in there. Let's put Brown in there. Although let's switch it around. Let's make him the DLP and he can just be a DM. It could be worse. You might have a nose that you have to go before you go to bed. And nose that you have to go and just get before you go to bed. You got me there, Craig, with that one. Right, let's confirm. Oh no. Good ball. Go on, Mora, lad. Can we do a little bit more than just trotting? He had no support there at all. I think they've all had too much Christmas pudding. They've come back off the Christmas break and they just look useless, don't they? Leverkusen and Stuttgart both winning still. Let's give them a demand more. I mean, we can go attacking. It's going to make no difference. When the game's decided you ain't getting the result, then you ain't getting the result. Let's have a go. Oh, you're piercing. Would you have to disinfect it before you go to bed? Bloody hell. That's a bit extreme, isn't it? Let's bring him on. And Martinelli. Let's switch those two over. Dino can play through the middle. Martinelli there. Let's just make sure we've got everything. DL Martinelli drops. Martinelli. Mastoras. Okay, it's going to be another disappointing result for the last game of the evening, which is getting a little bit worrying, really. Every time I finish a stream off, we don't get a result. Demand more. Come on, Fernandez. 82 million up top. What are we doing? You've got a great chance here to make a shout. Otherwise, Zimash is coming in. Let's... I mean, it's not going to make any difference now, is it, really? Probably should have done that earlier, but no, you can. I think you can tell when the game's not going to give you a result. Right, okay. Address the team once again. We're angry. Seem to be angry quite a lot at the moment. Things are not going particularly well, are they? How many points are we in the lead now? Has that cropped our lead once again? Yes, it has, because Stuttgart won. So they're just the 4 points behind us now. If we're not careful, Stuttgart are going to overtake us. If we're not careful. Apparently I was given this spray to use twice a day. Bloody hell. So how are Stuttgart doing then? What have their results been like? Schedule. Okay, so they drew against Leipzig. They're in the Champions League, which should be a challenge for them. They got beat by Real Madrid. But they're going great guns. When do we play them? Right down here. Yes, it's gone a little bit. This is not great, is it really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. Well, actually, one of them's a friendly. So out of the last 4 games, we've only won one. And that was Leverkusen, weirdly. So we couldn't beat Kaiserslautern. We couldn't beat Mainz 05 and couldn't beat Eintracht Frankfurt. Where are Eintracht Frankfurt? They're 5th. So, last game syndrome, yeah. Last game, it was always going to happen. Yeah, I know, Stevie. It's a bit weird, isn't it? It's a bit weird. Never mind. What's going on here? Oh, he's learned a new skill. It's called the Martinelli flick. Okay. 19 unbeaten for Bayern Munich. That means absolutely nothing. That if you draw them up, 19 drawn games are useless. So that means absolutely nothing. Right, Hernandez is going 10.5 million. Okay. I think we're going to need a little bit more in to be able to sign Zimash. Let's get a little bit of rest period in there. You shouldn't really need it because they've been off for 3 weeks. Freiburg have got Hernandez. Okay. Kimmich close to triggering a clause. 1.7 mil. Paris Saint-Germain 121 million now for Musiala. I mean, we're still going to reject it. So waiting to see if there's any more offers coming. Schalke 04. Where are Schalke? The 13th. They've moved up a little bit. They won the last game. But then Freiburg, who have got Hernandez as striker now, are only 1 point behind them. So Wolfsburg, Magdeburg and Hannover 96 are all looking in trouble at the moment. And let's just have a quick look at the... it's a quarter-final. The quarter-final of the DFB Pokal, we've got Holstein Kiel. Okay. So the Europa League is looking like that. I still don't see any reason why we can't win that, but even with the band back together up front, we're not looking anywhere near as fluid as we were. Okay. All right, let's give that a save there. Right, okay. Last game at Syndrome. We've had a bit of a poor result once again. What I should have done is I should have said nothing, basically, and then maybe played the next game. But then I suppose you could just go on all night, couldn't you, really, doing that? Okay, well, you have been watching a live stream there, and it's the console version of Football Manager 2026, and it's been a bit of an indifferent night tonight. I think we can put it that way. It's been a little bit iffy. If you are in the live stream and you've not subscribed, if you could subscribe, that would help me greatly. Hit the notification bell, because I do have a Chelsea save running as well, and standalone videos go up for that. And give me a like, because it all helps the channel. Okay, thanks to everybody who's come in tonight. Thanks to everybody for contributing. And, well, we have got a very nice little community going here now in the chat. And it's very enjoyable to do a live stream now. So I will see you again. No bank holiday this weekend, is there? So I'll see you again at 7:30 on Monday night, all being well. And let's see if we can carry this on, win the Bundesliga and win the Europa League. Okay, thanks, Stevie. Thanks very much. Thanks for coming in. So, yeah, I'm going to end the stream now. And once again, thanks very much. If you've not subscribed, could you please subscribe now? Thanks very much. Thanks, Craig. Thanks very much.